Today we are officially done living in a boring timeline and we are bringing back the art of whimsy. I'm sharing 21 random magical things that you can start doing to romanticize your life and feel like a fantasy character and trick your brain into being in a better mood. Some of them are funny, some of them are a little bit ridiculous, some of them are just cute and cozy, but that's the whole point. This video is meant to be fun. It doesn't have to be all serious, just like life doesn't have to be all serious. So let's embrace our slightly delulu side and let's dive in. Hey friend, welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Jillz and I help women step into their power, tap into their divine feminine, and become their best self, live their dream life. So if that's something you want to do, you should subscribe and stick around. But before we dive in, I just want to invite you to join my new weekly newsletter, the Dream Life Digest. It's basically where I share mindset tips and manifestation magic and soft life feminine energy vibes. And it's a little bit behind the scenes of my life. It's a bit more personal. It's totally free and you can click the link in the description to sign up for that. Okay, now let's get into how to make life more whimsical. So the first way to add more magic to your life is to assign a symbolic meaning to your daily accessories, like your jewelry, right? So the first thing that I wear like every single day is obviously my wedding ring and my engagement ring. And to me, these obviously symbol like love and partnership. I wear my watch almost every single day. And to me, this symbolizes intellect. I wear this ring almost every single day. And this ring was actually my grandmother's first wedding ring. And you know, it wasn't that great of a marriage, but it's a beautiful ring. And I love wearing something that's just like from her. And to me, this symbolizes like feminine power and queen energy. So when you assign meaning to your daily accessories, it's like setting your energy for the day. Almost like wearable affirmations that you carry around with you. And I actually got some new jewelry recently from Lanier, who is kindly sponsoring today's video. I'll show you the pretty pieces I got from them in a sec. But just in case you're unfamiliar with Lanier, they have the most beautiful jewelry. They're known for their simple, more minimal designs. And I personally love that about this brand. And they really pride themselves on creating high quality products, but at more affordable prices. They sell directly to customers online, so they cut out the middleman and some of those like unnecessary costs and markups. And as a result, their jewelry sells for around half of the typical retail price for the same luxury level quality, and they're gorgeous. The first thing I got from them, I am obsessed with this, is this beautiful, dainty little delicate birthstone ring. I'm literally gonna wear this every single day, and it's made with 14 karat solid gold, and each month is different, obviously, with different stones depending on the month, but my birthday is in July, so this is the July one. It's tourmaline and garnet, and I just love the different shades of pink, and the meaning that I'm assigning to this one is self-love because it just feels right. I'm actually thinking about getting one more of these little birthstone rings and getting my husband's birthstone and stacking it. I just think that'd be really cute. And then another thing I got from them is this 14 karat white gold petal chain necklace. It's such a perfect everyday piece. It's so delicate, but the design of this chain is so cool and unique, and it makes it like sparkle and shimmer when you move. And I just absolutely love it. I think it's beautiful. And I decided that the meaning for this one is basically going to be like grounded energy, like a lack of chaos, a lack of urgency, like calm, grounded energy. I don't know why I chose that, but that's just what came to mind for me. And then lastly, I got this beautiful tennis bracelet. It's such a classic piece, and the symbolism I assigned for this piece obviously is elegance. So this tennis bracelet has round cubic zirconia stones set in sterling silver, and it is adjustable too. But I love it. It's perfect to add to a bracelet stack or just to wear on its own. You can check out Lanier for yourself using my link down in the description box, and you can use my code JillzG at checkout for a special offer. The second way to add a little bit more whimsy to your life is to leave a little love note to the universe, like underneath your windowsill or underneath your pillow, and just you can write something sweet and simple, like thank you for all of the amazing blessings coming my way. You can write whatever, you can put it wherever, but the point is not to micromanage it. The point is to write it out to the universe and then sort of let it go. It's playful, it's childlike, and that's exactly the energy that invites in good things. Next way to add a little bit more whimsy is when you wake up in the morning and you go to either get your full cup of water or maybe you're making yourself a tea or a coffee. Before you take that first sip of coffee or tea or whatever it is, first make a wish or like a little affirmation and put it into your water, your liquid, your coffee, tea, whatever. And it's almost like this witchy potion. So you can say whatever you want, but something simple like, today I'm going to be receiving more abundance, or today I'm going to get an incredible opportunity, or today good things are gonna find me, or even big wishes like, bring me my dream opportunity. And so basically you put that energy into the liquid before you drink it. and then you drink it. It feels secret and powerful, like you're stirring magic into your morning. Number 3, notice the birds or the animals that tend to come around you often and make them a bit more personal. You know, there's something really magical about paying attention to the natural world and to animals around us and how they show up and interact with us. For example, I have this groundhog that comes in my backyard all the time, and I'm pretty sure it's the same groundhog. I can't be for sure, but I think it is. I've named him Timmy. I also have at least usually like one bird nesting in our backyard somewhere. Usually like once a month the birds kind of cycle through, a new one comes. But I name them. So this bird right now, her name is Sharon. Or maybe there's like a little spider in your bathroom. First of all, you can look up what these animals mean, and sometimes the meaning will really resonate with you. Like you can just look them up on Google. But I feel like kind of giving them a name and making them a bit more personal, it connects us to something bigger and makes our life a little bit more magical and a little bit more fun. 4th way to add a little bit more whimsy, open your windows first thing in the morning, even if it's really chilly. I'm not saying you need to have the windows open for like 2 hours, but just like, even if it's really cold, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, getting that fresh air in. What you're doing is you're letting in fresh energy. And there's something that's really beautiful and symbolic about that. And we can like feel that in our body energetically when we open the windows and we feel that fresh air hit us. You're welcoming in a new day, new possibilities, and just getting new air. And I believe this is also like a German tradition as well. This is like a simple little magical way to connect to the outside world, but from the inside before you actually dive into your to-do list. Next tip, I recommend to keep all of your good fortunes from your fortune cookies and save them and put them somewhere special. You know, they're basically like free, cute little affirmations, and they're weirdly perfect and spot on sometimes. Maybe you can stick one on your mirror or one in your car dashboard, or one that my husband got one time. He got one about like becoming rich, and so he's saved it and it's been in his wallet for years. I keep all of my favorite fortunes in this cute little box I got from this antique shop. It's like this gold and glass tiny box, and the only thing that I put in there is my favorite fortunes. And sometimes it's just really fun to go back and like look at all of my favorite ones and read them again. It's like getting a little pep talk from the universe. Next little tip is to create little mini alter egos for yourself for different experiences in your life. So let's say that you have an alter ego named Jessica that you tap into when you go to the gym, and she is like that gym girl, and she works hard and she knows what she's doing in there and she's confident in there. Or maybe you're Helen at work, who's super smart and on top of everything. Or when you're cleaning at home, you tap into your alter ego Maribel, who loves like organizing and beautifying her home, and it just makes her feel so good. It's playful, it's freeing, it's a little delulu, but it helps you lean into different energies instead of forcing yourself to be one static version of yourself all day, every day. Next, you can talk to the stars and the moon at night, kind of like how you would when you're praying, but you can talk to the stars and the moon. You can say what you're thinking about. You can say what you're grateful for. You can say what you appreciate is coming into your life. You can ask for guidance, or you can just wish them sweet dreams. It is silly, but it also feels like you're a part of something bigger, and it's a lot better than doom scrolling. Next way to make life more whimsical and romantic is to have one particular outfit or like cute little lounge outfit that you only wear when you are truly resting and lounging. Okay, so basically when you wear this outfit, you are not allowed to work or like be productive and stuff. It is your job to rest and receive. And I call this my rest and receive outfit. Mine is just like a matching lounge set, but I saw someone online, she calls hers her leisure suit. And I thought that was so funny. But when you put that on, no more hustling, no more working, just resting and receiving. Now, another little whimsy tip is to think about your money differently. Okay, I always say that money is never lost, it's just circulated. And that's why they call money currency. You know, when you go to the store to buy groceries, your abundance is not just gone by paying. What you're getting in return, you are getting abundance in the form of fresh food and fresh vegetables and all your groceries. So the little whimsical tip is, instead of thinking about your bank account as your bank account, think about it as the giving tree. Your money and your abundance isn't disappearing, it's just circling back in a different form with gifts and blessings and food and whatever. And I think this little mindset shift keeps you rooted in abundance, even with just like your little daily purchases. Now, next, I do this almost every night. Give yourself turn down service. So you know how when you stay at a nice hotel, they come in like right before the evening and they give you turn down service. Well, do the same for yourself. Dim the lights, close the blinds, maybe fluff your pillows, make it cozy in there, maybe light a candle, maybe even put a little sweet treat on your pillow like they do sometimes. Treat yourself like you are your own favorite guest. And when you do this, when you walk up to go to bed, when you're ready to go to bed, your bedroom just feels like, it feels so safe and calm, and it relaxes your nervous system, and it makes your home feel like a little luxury hotel. Next way to make life more magical is to write little notes to yourself and hide them, stash them away somewhere, like maybe the pocket of one of your coats or inside a book or something like that. And eventually, probably, maybe, eventually, in a week or a year or 10 years, you'll find that note again. You can say whatever you want. You can say, I'm proud of you, or you're doing better than you think, or hey, hot stuff. And finding it months later or years later will feel like the sweetest little time travel gift. Next little whimsy tip is to talk to your pets like they're people. I don't know about you, but I believe that our pets and our animals understand more than we realize. And I think a lot of people who are animal people like me, we realize that pets and animals can be magical. And I think it makes life a little bit more fun if we chat with them like they are truly our companions. You know, I will talk to my dog Piper and I will tell her how pretty she is, but also, you know, sometimes when I leave the house, I say, no boys allowed. We can tell them stories about our day. You know, it's hilarious and healing at the same time. Piper, stop, please. I have one more sentence. Piper, please don't lick there. Okay, we cannot lick our genitals on camera. Thank you. Another way to make life more whimsical is to play like romantic French music while you do the most mundane things. While you're cooking your dinner, or you're folding your laundry, or you're getting ready for bed, or you're getting ready in the morning, or even something more special like you're hanging out with your partner and connecting at the end of the day. There's something about that music, you know, like that romantic French cafe kind of music that makes me feel like I'm teleported into a different reality. And maybe if you are French, you live in France, maybe that's not as special for you. Maybe you can find another playlist, but to me, I love it. Another thing is that you can treat everything and all of the things that you have to do and like all the habits that you have to do as a ritual, not a task. And this is really just a change in intention. So when you are cooking your food, when you are getting your work done, when you are getting ready in the morning, again, when you're folding your laundry, you can treat it like a ritual. It doesn't necessarily have to feel like a task. And so you can ask yourself, if this was more of a ritual, not really a task, how would I approach this? Maybe you'd light a candle, maybe you'd pour yourself some tea during it, maybe you'd listen to some really vibey music, whatever you would do. But I think this is a really simple but feminine and magical way to look at the different things that you like have to do in your day-to-day life. And instead of making them feel like these like, tasks that have to get done, I don't want to fold laundry, you can see it and you can make it this beautiful ritual. Another way to add more whimsy to your life is to add a bit more whimsical beauty touches, right? Like to your makeup and everything. For example, every so often, maybe throw on some really beautiful bright eyeshadow, you know, purple or pink or something a little bit more glittery. Or maybe every so often you throw on like a navy blue or a purple eyeliner or a really bright lip. And sure, you can do this for fun occasions, but also you can just do this on a random Tuesday to spice life up a bit. Life itself is the special occasion. And another thing that you could do is basically pretend that you are a character in a video game, right? So instead of your morning to-do list, you have your morning quest. Maybe instead of checking your email, you have to conquer the inbox goblins. Or today you have a side quest of finding the best iced coffee in town. When you see your day as not just like this long dreaded to-do list, but like a series of fun little missions and quests and adventures that you get to go on, it shifts you out of dread into lighthearted curiosity. And it makes every day fun. Another way to add a little bit more whimsy into your life is to collect objects with meaning. So for example, my husband and I like to collect pens from luxury hotels that we stay at. I don't know why they always have the best pens, but maybe you like to collect little matchbooks or candles, or I don't really know, whatever. Or maybe it's jewelry from special places that you travel to. But it turns everyday objects into sacred keepsakes that actually mean something to you and often make your life feel a little bit more special and luxurious. You know, they're little tangible reminders of maybe your adventures or that moment in your life. You know, I stayed at the Ritz Paris last December just for one night and it was magical, and I got a pen from there and I use it every single day and it makes me happy. Next little whimsy tip is easy, and that is just instead of using all of your overhead lights at night, switch to just using candles. It really gives you such a nice vibe, but when you blow them out, make a wish, kind of like you do on your birthday, but it's a way to practice, gratitude and intention and magic without needing a special occasion. The next thing that you can do is have an imaginary funny scapegoat for when things go wrong in your life. So let me explain. I need an example for this. Instead of getting mad at yourself for when you accidentally lose your house keys, maybe you can blame it on your house goblin, Linda. Or even my husband and I have done this before. If let's say that you guys fight about doing the dishes, like who needs to do the dishes, and one person left the dishes and the other person left out the dishes, right? If the dishes are left out, you say, oh, Gregory didn't do the dishes again. And then you're literally like telling him that he didn't do the dishes, but you're blaming it on Gregory. So you make the situation funny instead of like awkward. But it just adds a little bit of humor to light frustrations, and it keeps your spirit light, even when life sometimes gets a little messy. Now, this last little tip to make your life more whimsical is honestly my favorite, and I do this all the time. So basically what you do is you go into your little book collection at home, or maybe at the library, and you pick whichever book is speaking to you in that moment, and then you just randomly open up a page, whatever feels right, and just whatever feels right, you pick like, a word or a sentence, and then that is your message. That is your little secret message of the day. And it doesn't have to be profound, half the fun is finding meaning in random little sentences, but sometimes you get something that just totally hits the nail on the head. This is so funny. Just right now, this is what I got from this book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. When you place a seed in the ground, you do not dig it up again later in that day. You let it take root and grow. I personally love the idea of getting like secret little hidden messages from the universe, and it always just kind of makes me happy. So there you have it, 21 tiny ways to make your life feel more whimsical and magical. These aren't earth-shattering, these aren't life-changing, but they do just make those little ordinary moments feel a little bit more extraordinary. The way that you create a more whimsical life is by bringing play and magic and intention into everything you do. And if you have any fun thoughts for how you add whimsy to your life, share them in the comments below. I think it's just so fun to hear other people's ideas. So please share. Also, just a reminder to check out Lanier for some beautiful high quality jewelry. The link for that is down below, and my discount code is down there too. But before you go, I highly recommend you check out this video, 10 tiny micro habits of women who always get what they want. It's a popular one for a good reason. So I'll see you over there, or I'll just see you next time in my next video. Bye.